Oh my gosh. I just fixed the autofocus problem that I've had since May, and I know I've had it since May because that's when I got my new phone. And the problem was that my camera was still connected to my old phone, and I thought, I don't know, maybe that's the problem. Let me try it. That doesn't make any sense. Apparently it does. Okay, so we're back in business. This is wonderful. Anyway, I want to welcome you to the video. Today we're going to be going through, this is, I believe, is the January ArtSnacks Plus box. I've been having some issues with boxes getting to me, but ArtSnacks delivered, literally. So, I also have had a cold for the last week, and brain power ideas are zilch. So hopefully something in here will just spark inspiration and we can run with it. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. We're gonna try something different and be quick about this. You think that's gonna work? Doubtful. All right. What do we got? Dum Dum Pop, one of my oh wait, not my favorite flavor. Cotton candy. Blue raspberry is my favorite. Did I just shut that? Oh my gosh. The brain fog is real. Oh no! This is the last thing art supplies I ever want to use, let alone when I'm uninspired. We have 6 half pastels. They're very pretty colors, I will admit that. They always come in that fun foam egg carton. These look used. Are there something special about these? Here we have the color names. It looks like we have Sunny Day Ocean Blue, Cloudy Day Ocean Blue, Mountain Blue, Wet Sand Blue, Dry Sand Blue, and Seafoam Blue. White. Wait, oh my god. Wet Sand Brown, Dry Sand Brown, Seafoam White. Oh hey, we got a nice kneaded eraser. I might use this one specifically for these because it's gonna change the colors of the art supplies, so that might really be pretty and fun to pay attention to. Sorry, I said I was gonna do this fast. We have 3 microns in the color Cool Gray. In 3 separate sizes, we have 01, 05, and 10. Now in the past, I haven't really known what to do with gray multi-liners because they kind of just don't show up. You can see the little fine point there. And finally we have some paper. Is this green? Are we drawing on green paper? This is 15% cotton. Drawing paper ideal for dry techniques. It's green. Oh my, that's a really, this is a fun green. Like this is so inviting. I don't know if, oh I forgot, we got this little cigar. I said I was gonna make this fast and I didn't do it any better than normal. What are you? Oh, and there's a sticker. We have the first ArtSnacks sticker of 2022. It's got like plants on it in all fun little pastel colors. This looks like a pencil. It says 2B, or not 2B. This is the Zebra MLP2 mechanical pencil. This special pencil is unique in design, featuring an elliptical shape to prevent rolling. And a large eraser. Look at that bad boy. And it's filled with a thick 0.9mm square lead, which lets you add expressive line variation to your sketches with minimal breakage. And then finally we have this size 10 Pigma Micron. It looks like it's like a light gray or a silver. Hopefully it's opaque. We should probably test them all out on this green paper because otherwise we're not going to know what things look like. All right. Light cool gray. Then what are these? They're apparently a new product. So this is a 10, light cool gray, and then this is a 10 in cool gray. 05 and 01. Now I've definitely struggled with gray liner in the past because I always want to like push harder to get it to be darker, but it's gray and it's never gonna be black. So hopefully I can like just be conscious of that moving forward and try to be a little lighter on the wrist and give it a fair shot. But we gotta try this chunky pencil. He apparently can handle the pressure. That's what it said. So we just draw with the full width, and we can use like the corner to get a thinner line. Ooh la la. Oh, that's actually gonna be tricky to get used to. I'm gonna have to like hold it at the end or the corner of it if I want to get anything kind of like refined, I suppose would be the word. Oh, I drew the most smiley illustration of wheels the other day because I don't know, I'm just sick of being sad. Oh, I gotta show you the smile. It's, I can't explain it. You just have to see it. It brought joy to my life. Look at that smile. All right, that's plenty. Okay, we have a job to do here. Where's my kneaded eraser? Just do a little erasing. Get this box out of the way. Oh, I saw that Wheels face. I just kind of want to draw. Oh, Wheels is the name of the girl, by the way. I'm not calling faces Wheels. I haven't gone that bat crazy. Something I've noticed. So, like, when you draw a face, it's very common to draw, like, a line to divide it in half so that you know where different parts go. And, like, I've noticed that I tend to, like, put it not very centered. I just kind of draw it there. But somehow having it there helps me understand that that's not centered, and then I know to, like, draw the nose there. I don't know. It's almost like every line you add is helpful, even if you put it in the wrong spot. Anyway, I think that's testing the pencil. We know it works. These literally look used. Maybe not. I think it was formed in that shape. It was born that way. I really want to swatch these because this one is just so pretty. And I'm excited to see what they look like on the green paper. Someone recommended this last time, using like a pencil holder. And I think I do have one that might fit these guys. So these are, I think they're called pencil extenders. You can go like, too small. Okay. What about the big boy though? Look at it. Oh my gosh, all I did was tap it by hands. It was nice knowing you. Come on, you better fit though. Hey, you know what I should do? Just watch like a tutorial on how to go about this situation. I don't know if I'm gonna use this for like, ooh. Just using some of that paper. Blend it out. I don't know. I'm just gonna quickly swatch these though. And blend it out, why not? Oh, also I need to test that theory of like sometimes, the last time I used these, I swear they didn't work on top of graphite. I will test that in a second. Ooh, this one is really soft. Oh yeah, that's so similar to the paper. That's funny. It's a bit more gold though. We have that yellow. Ooh, it's so pretty. Okay, I really love the pigment on these. I just don't like getting dirty. It's fine. It's fine. I will survive. Look how pretty that is. This is a really good combo. I feel like I have to do ocean, you know? I feel like I have to. Also, we need to see how the eraser works. Draw a line. Okay, it works really well where it was like blended out. I don't know if it'll work quite as well right where I drew. Okay. Okay. I've got an idea of how that situation will be. I do want to try it on top of graphite though. I'm gonna draw like a big square of it and try it on top of this guy. Draw a square of that. Just do some quick experimenting so that we don't run into huge situations later. The light gray. Just draw straight across that. Oh, you see it? Look. Hey, I feel like it visually demonstrates what I said. Get a little close up in here maybe. You can literally see how I did one even stroke, and over the graphite it like bunched up, got caught, got smoother, skipped, and then back to the pen and it just acts normal. Like I'll show you, I'll do the same thing. You can kind of see how it's an even line, but right there it's all skippy, so we definitely have to be careful. I will try another experiment. I'm going to use that same square and fill it in, because it might just be smoothing out the paper when I do this. Then I'm going to erase it as best I can, and then try again. Because if it's just because it's smoothing out the paper, then erasing it's not going to help, and we've got to be really careful when we're sketching. Alright, try this out. Right across. I see two skips right at the beginning and end of the square. What happens if it's like a light square so I don't push as hard? So I'll say we're sketching very lightly, but we still filled in the whole square. Then we erased it. Alright, that one bodes well. I think I just have to be very lightly if I want to use the pencil. Now I need to try and see if I can actually draw on top of this with this, but I'm so scared because I don't want it to like ruin it, you know? Okay, can draw over that. Can I draw over like this? Definitely catches. Oh, and there's some on there. Can you see her? Clean that off. But I think we're probably safe going over top of anywhere that it's like softer and has been rubbed off. Okay. I think what I would like to do is just draw a beach. I want to kind of try and do it by myself. And then after I have a little fun, I'm going to look up a reference and then we can try and do one from reference, because I think then I'm going to really be able to like hone in on details. Maybe just do like a little tiny square. But let's see. A beach. Sometimes you got a little grassy bit and it kind of curls over. And then we have our beach that kind of fades off into the ocean. And little crabs and doodads. And I think water usually is kind of wobbly. And I feel like we need like, I don't know, a little bird. And do we want the sun anywhere? Getting real low. Big guy. And we need some clouds because we have that white. So hopefully makes a little bit of sense. Alrighty. I'm just going to throw in some... what color do we start with? Maybe this. Oh, see, that's gone completely. I don't see it anymore. I want to start with this darker blue. Oh my gosh, I can't see the lines. And then I feel like as it gets closer to the shore, it would get lighter. I feel like this, ooh, a little vomity. And then the rest of the beach, I would think, would be kind of this color. All right, I'm gonna try and blend that with that paper or a brand new one, why not? I'm also not gonna be able to get like any sort of detail this small. So this is more like a color theory, kind of just a concept. What else when you like layer these? Put like white and then the yellow. It's also not quite white, it's a very cool white. Then I want like blue. Yeah, I got no idea what I'm doing. Tutorial ideas feeling mighty fine right now. Okay, the water looks kind of cool. Especially if I maybe like created a little point. I don't quite have the green for this little guy. I was thinking the paper would help, but it just stands out too much. Unless I want to use this for the sand. And then just use this for the green. I think the water's too purple. Layer it with this one. I could use this for a little shading under this. I'm trying to figure out how you like blend it. Get them smooth transitions. It's also just kind of mushy. And maybe that's what pastels are supposed to look like, but I don't know. I'm gonna grab maybe the internet. Just 1 second. How the heck do I make something pretty with pastels? Pastel techniques. Ooh, you can use tape. I have a piece of tape here. Let me see what that does. If I draw a line there, it'll probably like blend outward from there. Then when I remove this, ooh. Okay, I'll keep that around. I already learned something. The trick is probably just drawing like really big for starters, which I haven't done yet. Not yet. Let's just find an image of a beach. It needs to be mostly blue because that's kind of the colors we've got. Honestly, I'm thinking something like this or something like this. I like the shape of the water on this one better, so I think we'll do this one by Jess Loiterton. And I will link it below if you'd like to use it as well. Okay. I do just want to kind of test out the colors though. Like, how would I even begin to do this? It's like a big dark bit there. There's a dark bit in there. It's almost like the green of the paper would work. Just kind of lightly put it on, and then I don't know. I don't want any green showing in this area. And then this could be like lightly filled in. And I don't know, do I just use like the kneaded eraser? Blend this out? Oh, this works. That is what's supposed to be like here. I'm gonna do a light, and use the eraser. I want this one for this little shadow here. I just still can see the green underneath, and I feel like that's not ideal. I have to go different directions on the paper. Nope, not solving that. Anyway, then we have some white foamy bits. Lots of it here. Oh, went a little off the edge. Oh, I should have used my tape. I'll just use what's here. This little piece I already got. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to do this. This don't feel right. Maybe it's just one of those things where it's got a lot of ugly stage, and eventually it just makes sense. Just kind of trying to fill in the green, maybe. There's also just the tiniest little bit of water ripples up here. And there's a lot of little, like, footprints and stuff all the way around this. Now this water, I feel like I need some of this. Just kind of focus on the shapes of color. This one just draws real nice. Some of them don't do this as well. I don't know if it's because of the color or the hue, but it really just blocks out most of that green. There we go. A little bit of water. Switch to that, this blue. Find some other areas where there's a darker blue. I don't know, shadows. Build up the white here. This is like a wet spot or something, I think. Blend these two colors with this. It's just looking very interesting. Maybe if I blend these. Oh, that's kind of fun. Basically, I'm taking the eraser and kind of thinking of the flow of the water. And then as it picks up different colors, they kind of all just blend in that same manner. I think this blue needs to be brighter. How do I do that? Just add white maybe, but lightly, and then blend it. Does this look like a water. It just looks like a bunch of smudges to me. I'm gonna pull this because I just want to see if it created an edge. Sort of. I should use stickier tape next time. Use this color much? Oh, that's that color. So I didn't use this color at all. Oh, dang, that's dark. Woo! Blend it. I think the big issue is the foam not looking like foam to me. Need is just some like extra white right on the edge. White foam over here. Had a little sea foam here and there. I like the way that looks. Kind of looking interesting. Just wish I had some kind of edge. Can I like sharpen this or something? Just like draw a lot. Oh no! Even get this out now. Oh, genius. But I will switch this around. Try and use that hard edge. I just need like a bunch of little stippling to look like the bubbles, you know? I kinda wish I had something just slightly brighter. A little beach shadow. So I want to like lighten this up. Just supposed to look slightly wet, I guess. More highlight here. A little white there. Could we lighten this up that way? Blend those two together. Maybe use that eraser on this. Create that edge. Some more in there. Should be like a shadow. Wonder if I could like use these for something. I'm gonna try using the bigger one. Add in these little interesting shapes up here. Well, this might be actually too dark. Do the lighter one. I don't know what these are. They're just kind of like divots in the sand. Could I use this here for some really fine detail? This really does not meant to go on top. Oh, you know what might be an interesting option? That oil-based liner. I think from the last ArtSnacks box, actually. I think I have it over here. This mono twin. It just says oil-based, so I'm just kind of interested to know. But we can try and add a little detail with it. I was just hoping maybe the oil would be really strong, but I don't think so. Yeah. All right, bad idea. What about this guy? Oh, that's way too dark. Eek. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Hey, it's like it never even happened. So what I'm learning is you can't really put the liner on top, which I kind of figured. What about graphite? Definitely draws on top nice. I do a little blending with it. Ooh, that might be the way to go. Just don't like the idea of it being graphite. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same color. It's just so much stronger. It just kind of looks like a sketch on top. Whereas before it looked more painterly. Alright, I think I'm going to call it for this one. I'm actually, all the complaining I made, I'm actually quite happy with the results. I think I'm willing to turn the page and start a bigger one. Maybe pick a different reference just for the variation. I think on this next one, I would like to tape the edges. I might well use this tape since it's out. It's also just the tape that it's like not quite pretty enough to use for pretty things, but it's not ugly enough to not use at all. What brand is this paper? Fabriano. Okay. Let's do it all the way around, just so that we end up with a nice border. Alright, I'm gonna go back to pastels and just kind of see if there's something else that floats the boat. Ooh, this one would be fun. I feel like I have the colors for that. Maybe let's try to do like a quick go about of this. Figured out what I need. So the top is like a gray blue, which I don't have. We're off to a great start. Maybe start with the white? Actually, I could probably sketch it. So basically, we've got kind of a wave. Oh, it's so nice to have a pencil in the hand. There's like a big shadow there. White foam stuff. Kind of looks like a little horsey's head. Kind of stays high. A little extra lip and a big floof like that. And the horse's head has like a mane. And that kind of like comes in a little. And then that's the top of the splash. And then here we have like all of these like fun watery foam shapes. Some bigger areas here. Back here there's a wave. Like rolling water. It's kind of just darker in this area. Oh, and then there's the ocean. On the way back here. Alright, we got a little sketch. Should we just start on the top right, maybe? It has this darker blue. We need to color in this top edge. Leave little spaces for a lighter blue. I'm gonna just throw that in there too. I think what I learned was you want to kind of put the color down, then blend that out so there's a bunch of color variation, and then go over top with like any sort of detail that you want. And by detail I mean like blobs, you know? I feel like they could be more wobbly. Seems like it's working. And then this next area we have a lighter blue. Oh, this is really the wrong blue. It needs to be more green. Then use this kind of blender. It's gonna have a lot of white on it, I think. So let's take the white next to create a little edge. This is where I think I'm gonna need the pen or the eraser to kind of create a different color. I actually might want to add a little of that sort of green color we've got. Would the yellow make it more green? Well, that's lighter than it was. And then we'll add some more white. This is all foam, like poke upwards a little. And there's almost like you gotta make it like layers of it. So we might need to add some blue that we can blend. Ooh, it's looking kind of cool. So I need to make this kind of color. I'm gonna add this first to blend it before I add the blue. This is where that big shadow is. We'll just have to use that as our greenish blue. More white. Focus on the shape of that. That works really well. Kind of like spreading out the water. Oh, we also need to fill in the ocean back here. Whoosh, found our way around here. So what I did is I kind of like did this. Fill that in with blue. Blended that with the eraser. Ooh, that looks cool. I'm gonna have to find a color for the sky. I'm not entirely sure where we're going with that yet. Guess we're just gonna kind of go in and add the darkest areas of the water here. I'm gonna just color in this whole middle section. Kind of decently large chunks. This is actually a little bit of a lighter section there, so we'll leave that open. Okay. And I want to add some of the darker areas here. That shadow I was talking about before, and the one over here. I think I'm definitely getting a gist of how I like them to look. Like the best I can do. This color goes here. I guess there's some lighter stuff over here. Follow the flow of the water. Alright, we got a lot of water. Next we gotta add some like highlights and stuff. This kind of follows all the way down. Kind of create that water shape. It's more shadow. Otherwise there's not much else going on back here. Alright, making progress. I'm not sure what to do with the sky. What if I like do a line of that, a line of that, and a line of this, and then I blend that together. I can still see the lines, so maybe not with lines. We'll probably just do a little bit of this action. Probably should have done this first so that wasn't ruined, but still learning. Might just have to redo that foam there. Hey! I think I kind of got a pretty good color. I definitely see the swirls. I'm glad I didn't do the lines. I just add a little more foam here. Nice. I do need to like finish off this edge. It's a little green. Should take a break so that I put maximum effort into the rest of it. Alright, I'm back. And I got a snack. And I washed my hands. And I changed my slacks. Nope, it's a shirt. I'm still ridiculously itchy. Is it bad if I feel a slight tinge of pride in saying this? But I think I might be literally allergic to this art supply. I said it. Okay, next we're gonna need some white. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need a little, yes, there should be like a shadow within that. And that switches to like this one, I think. And since we're gonna be blending it out, this will probably end up looking a little lighter too. And some over here too. Blend that out. Okay, next we just fill in all of this with white, I think. This needs to all be very, very, very white. Kind of go a little over top of that. Kind of fill her in, like some kind of eyeshadow. That's kind of cool too, because now it's a little bit lighter and I can go over it with white again and create the foam in larger sections. Also, that needs to kind of blend. Add a little light on there, blend that out. It's not so much water, it's just kind of a shadow, so it should look a little different. I do think we maybe need a little more brightness up at the top. Kind of like all along the edge here too. Alright, so let's grab this one. Might have to just create a flat edge on this, so I'm gonna hold it perfectly perpendicular, and then it should create an edge. Alright, next we need to fill in, I think I'll go with all of this color, and we have to fill in all of the holes that I drew, and then on top of that we add the white. Alright, then we need some nice foam, so we need the white. Kind of keep those shapes. I am blending, but I'm also trying to like leave the white super bright. So I'm almost only blending out the edges of the white and most of the sand color. I could probably even add a little bit of this where there'd be a bit more sun hitting there. Alright, something doesn't work great. I don't know, looking at the references, like I think I have too much swoosh and I need some the opposite maybe? And do I need some like swooshes like this? This is all we've got left of the white. We're gonna have to make this work. I think the shapes are too circular. Need to sort of flatten them out. I'll probably switch back to this. Create more of them. That seems like the better route. Ooh, that looks so much better. I think we need more of a white edge along this. And also, we need something a bit more shadowed under here. Don't know why, but that's what it looks like in the reference. A little over here too. Maybe blend it a little. That works pretty well. So I'll just go in and add all these shadows and then blend them. I'm gonna add a little white edge to the top and try and blend that. I think it's just lifting, honestly. It actually looks worse now. Woohoo! Come on, save me. Get rid of this patchiness, please. That might be a good time to stop. I notice every time I like bump it, something changes, and I want to hit save. Okay, let's remove the tape. I think this was the last one I put on. Come on, edge. Look beautiful. It actually did get under there a little bit. Still a nice clean edge though. Okay, next up. Ooh, this one looks even better. All right. Last one. Blah, blah. What do we think? I am so happy with this. This is pastels. I am amazed. Can't really quite put it into words. It looks like the best pastel illustration I've ever made. I'm saying it. There you go. And honestly, a lot of it I think comes down to just really good color choices, which influence the idea, obviously. I will have the references I used linked down below. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in checking out ArtSnacks, I'll have more information in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me as I stuck it through and completed a pastel illustration that I'm proud of. I honestly can't believe it. I'd say I was out of words, but I'm clearly still talking. So yeah, I hope you all have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!